Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I go on live, man. Also, man, this video is brought to you by BetUS, man, the best sporting book in the business, man. Right now, it is March Madness. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the NBA playoffs is starting. Well, it's about to start. You know what I'm saying? So what other place to start putting your bets other than, BetUS, man? The best sporting book in the business, man. Got over 200% on signing bonuses, man. Click the link in the description, you know what I mean, and become a member, become a part of the BetUS team, man. Also, man, my merch website, hypewave91.com. Go check out my merch, man. Hypewave made for comfort. Go check out my merch. You already know, man. Listen, I had brought a phone thing, so I won't be holding my phone and everything like that, but I think I put it in the wrong position. You know what I'm saying? I got it next to my gear shifter. I put it in the wrong position because my car kind of like awkward built. You know what I'm saying? By the way, y'all, I'm not riding in my bucket no more. I don't have the van no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't have Out of Bound Podcast was good. I don't have the van no more. You know what I mean? I got me a new joint. I gave up my Tesla. I gave up my van. Now I'm in the 2025. Something 2025, you feel me? And my car kind of built funny in the interior. So I had no choice. Actually, I had a choice, but I thought it was a better place. I thought this was a better position to actually put my phone. Come to find out, I'm wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe I got to redo it. You know what I mean? I'm going to redo it, though. I'm going to redo it. Right now, I'm on my way to the dentist's office. You know what I mean? About to cursed out and chastised that I haven't been wearing my rubber bands for my braces. You know what I mean? I got my rubber bands in now, but it wasn't like this for a little minute. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, man, let's talk a little bit about Philly. You know what I mean? Out of Bounds Podcast was good. That's my boy. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit about Philly. So Vic Fangio said that Jalen Hurts have no weaknesses whatsoever. He don't have a single weakness. And he told Nick Sirianni that as soon as they drafted Jalen Hurts, I believe probably after the first or second year, Vic Fangio told Nick Sirianni these words, that Jalen Hurts has no weakness, right? Now, I don't know if he's saying that because he's the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles now, or this is how he felt long time ago. I believe I don't want to say me being biased because it's my team and because it's my defensive coordinator, but I do believe a little bit of, he has said this to Nick Sirianni before he became a defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I do believe that a part of it is because that he's a defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. I do believe in both. But this is a man that goes up against Jalen Hurts in practice day after day. In training camp, in regular season, this is a guy that gotta gets prepared for a Jalen Hurts every single day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that he's styling. I don't believe that he's telling a story. I do believe that he's telling the truth. Me, I'm objective, right? So, are there flaws in Jalen Hurts' game? Of course. Of course. But the man said that he didn't mention anything about a flaw. He said weakness. There's no weakness. Do I believe that there is no weakness to his game? I do believe that there is no weakness to his game. I do believe that there are some flaws to his game as far as being able to, read efficiently, being able to read a defense efficiently. What I will say is that this year, he showed me that he climbed that ladder. He climbed that ladder to reading a defense efficiently. He climbed that ladder. He showed me the last couple of games on the back end of the season, and including the playoffs, that he can read a defense. He can take control over an offense. You know what I'm saying? Normally, it takes a quarterback between 4 or 5 years to fully develop into what they need to be. It takes a quarterback 4 to 5 years to become, to become in their prime. I feel like this year he figured it all out. He showed me that game in, game out this year. He showed me that. You know what I mean? Fish was good. He showed me that game in and game out. I gotta change my camera angle, man. This shit nasty. I'm going back here for now until I change my thing. But he showed me game in and game out. I ain't gonna lie, yo, this AC cooking me. I mean, this heat cooking me. You feel what I'm saying? But this house is awkwardly built. It's awkwardly built. Got that big ass screen. So I don't know where to put it. But clip it to the vent. Yeah, it's not one of those things that you clip. It's like this. It got a sticky pad on it. You know what I'm saying? It got a sticky pad on it, and it got a magnet right here. So I gotta stick it somewhere. Pause. But yeah, like I said, man, I don't think that he has a weakness. Is he flawed? Of course, because every quarterback is flawed, and every quarterback got something to work on at the end of the day. Whether it's immediate throwing, whether it's the deep ball throwing, the middle ball throwing, the accuracy, the timing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, got something that they need to work on. But as far as a weakness, I don't believe that he got a weakness. Actually, he's one of the stronger quarterbacks in the league. And I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about mentally as well. I'm talking about how he prepares for the game. He's one of the strongest quarterbacks in the league. One of the strongest quarterbacks in the league. Hey, Out of Bounds Podcast, next time, remind me to get some goddamn chapstick, because my lips chapped in the motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's too early for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, as I'm listening to, Lord Bronson and, Chalk It Up Sports and all of that stuff, they are mentioning some draft picks that we should go for. And on top of that, they are mentioning who we should draft first. Who should we prioritize first? What position should we prioritize first, right? And, I feel like on the offensive side, everything is copacetic. Everything is cool. I don't know what we're doing with Jahan Dotson, right? But let's say we move on from Jahan Dotson. We do got, an up-and-coming Anaya Smith and Johnny Wilson. So wide receiver number 3 is not a need right now. What is a need on the offensive side is a tight end, because we don't know what we're doing doing with Dallas Goedert. You know what I'm saying? He is on a trading block. A lot of people are not sold on Grant Calcaterra. God damn, bro, this fucking son beat my ass. A lot of people aren't sold on Grant Calcaterra. Me, I saw a lot of great things. Not great. I'm sorry, let me take that back. I saw a lot of good things from Grant Calcaterra. You know what I mean? He seemed to be able to read the blitz when they said he couldn't. Yeah, and like I said, bro, this year he had showed me a lot. This year he showed me that he's improved. This year he showed me progress in taking control of the offense, checking out of plays, different plays, you know what I mean, and being able to read the blitz, especially in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He actually showed me a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely showed me a lot. But yeah, like I said, man, Dallas Goedert is on a trade block, and a lot of people aren't sold on Grant Calcaterra. And as I said just a while ago, Grant Calcaterra showed me a lot of good things. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's able to be your number one, but I do believe that he can fill in a role, though, for sure. And he can build to be a number one. You know what I mean? Right now, Dallas Goedert is a little brittle. I don't want to get rid of him at all. You know what I mean? I don't want him to go anywhere. I do believe that he got another year or two left with the Philadelphia Eagles. But at the same time, though, he is getting brittle. He is getting nicked up a lot. You know what I mean? And I do like what I see out of Grant Calcaterra. I don't mind us going, you know, with a very good tight end. You know what I mean? Whether in a second or third round, I don't mind that. But what we need to address the safety position and the cornerback position, because I'm not so sold on Adoree Jackson. You know what I mean? I'm not so sold on Kelly Ringo. You know what I mean? I do say this about Kelee Ringo, right? Even though he has a small sample size of what he's put on film and tape, I do want to be able to give him a chance. And that's why we brought in Adoree Jackson to let both of them fight for a starting spot. But also, though, I do want to draft a cornerback. You know what I mean? I feel like going into the first round, though, we may need either a safety or a cornerback in the first round. That should be prioritized. First and foremost, a safety or a cornerback in the first round. I don't know if we're going to trade up or anything like that, but I'm just saying, in the first round, we do need to prioritize a safety or a cornerback in the first round. You know what I mean? I feel like we go defense first, offense second. The offense is pretty good. Defense first, offense second. In my opinion, you go with a corner. In my opinion, you go with a corner. If you go with a safety, I'm not mad at that, but you go with a corner. Great game against the Browns. Calcaterra is very solid. That's what I'm saying. Calcaterra is solid. Now, I mean, he could be very serviceable. You feel what I'm saying? Very, very serviceable. He's not a bum. I don't think he's a bum. He could definitely fill in a role he could definitely fill in that starting role. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you go defense first, offense second in the draft, because our offense is loaded up, man. Our offense is definitely loaded up. You feel what I'm saying? Out of Bound Podcast, you don't be doing content no more? You don't do content no more? Or you still stuck in like a gray area between, you know what I mean, you don't know what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? But, it seems like to me, right, this Super Bowl win, as far as the public, it kind of came and went. As far as the public. You feel what I'm saying? It kind of came and went, though, for real. Ooh, the state got somebody. It kind of came and went. And like I said, through the public. I'm not saying with the fans or the content creators. What I'm saying is through the public, through the media. It's like, hey, the Eagles won. All right, so Jamar Chase and X1, and I think that's all a part of the Eagles being hated now. You know what I mean? Or the Eagles being disliked. I won't say hated, because we're not hated yet. We're not the Kansas City Chiefs, to where as though the media or people out there is just sick and tired of seeing us. I say we're disliked now. As A.J. Brown said, we're not hunting no more. We're being the hunted. You know what I mean? And that's not only with the NFL, but that's with the media as well. You know what I mean? That's with the media as well. You feel what I'm saying? I would like to, though, have about 40 years of Eagles knowledge. Oh, okay. What I'm saying, though, like, let's get some work in. You feel what I'm saying? We could definitely get some work in. You know what I mean? Definitely get some work in. It ain't got to be nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? We could probably do it once or twice to see where things go. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. We could do it once or twice to see where things go, man. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, as everybody know, man, it's a slow news week. You know what I mean? It's a slow news week. Actually, it's going to be slow until the draft. Right now, you know, they got a bunch of guys doing their pro days, you know what I mean? You got spring football with, you got NCAA spring football happening. Yeah, so it's very slow until the draft, man. It's very slow until the draft. The Eagles picked up a couple of pieces, you know what I mean? It picked up a guard or somebody around that area. He played for the Miami Dolphins. He spent 10 years in the league, got 44 starts. So they picked him up when I watched his interview for the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? He was basically comparing he was basically comparing organizations between Miami and Texans, and he was saying a lot of things that you do in Miami you can't get away, you know what I mean, with Bill O'Brien and the Texans and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He was like, people were able to be on their phones and stuff in the Miami practices and walkthroughs and stuff like that. Or, you know what I mean? But you can't do that, you know, with the Texans or Bill O'Brien. So he was just pretty much comparing the two, and it sounded like somebody that Vic Fangio wants, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff I'm paraphrasing, so y'all go check out his interview when he was with the Miami Dolphins. But he got 10 years of experience, you know what I mean, in the NFL, and that's good, man. That could also help with that veteran leadership on the offensive line. You know what I mean? That veteran leadership on the offensive line. That is definitely good. But like I said, man, it's slow everywhere. Definitely slow. You down? Okay, cool. We're going to set that up. Do you have a Twitter, or what is known now as X? Do you have a Twitter or what they call it now, X? You know what I mean? Because if so, then we could DM each other back and forth. We could get things right. But yeah, man, it's a slow week, man. It's nothing really to talk about. But I'm telling you, when the draft happen, every draft pick, I will be doing my research and I will be running content on. You know what I mean? No, I'm 50 years old. Okay, my brother got some skin in the game. My brother done lived 3 life terms. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Out of Bounds Podcast. My boy lived 3 life terms. He's official. Coach Sanders at 7'4". Okay, cool. Let me screenshot that real quick. I don't know how to screenshot it, but look, email me, right? At hypewave91. hypewave91@yahoo.com. That's hypewave91@yahoo.com. hypewave91@yahoo.com. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, I can't even copy your email right now because I'm driving and shit, or I can't even screenshot it. But my boy got some skin in the game. That's what's up, yo. In the few, I will be posting some podcast clips. I know I said that last time. I was trying to like stick to my word and, you know what I mean? I was trying to listen to y'all and not post anything, but I'm gonna post at least 2 or 3 clips. The clips are no longer than 3 minutes, man. You know what I mean? For the clips, so that way it can give y'all something to look at. You know what I mean? When we're not posting anything about the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate y'all support, man. We are going on year 4. In year 4, man, we got 4,510 subscribers, and you know what I mean, in 4 years. So shout out to everybody who subscribed. You know what I mean? Like I said, the studio is still being built. Everything is damn near done. We will be up and running with the studio with me and Young Jers in the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So stay tuned in for that, man. Appreciate every last single one of y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Is that right? Yeah, man. Yup. Hypewave91@yahoo.com. Yup. That's right. You know what I mean? Also, that is my website for my merch, hypewave91.com. Hypewave91.com, man. I have my own shoes, have my own hoodies, my own shirts. You know what I mean? Material made for comfort. You feel what I'm saying? Go check it out. Hypewave91.com, man. But thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for viewing this, whether religiously or in passing, whether you're viewing this now, later, or your last time or your first time. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. We will be back. We will be back. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more clips, for more podcast clips. You already know. Shout out to my boy Out of Bounds Podcast. It's your boy Vic Fangio representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. Gang.